Hello there. We're going to have a look at an Energizer torchlight today. It is the PMHT61, otherwise known as the Tactical 1000 or just TAC 1000 for short. It sports 1000 lumens on high and 250 lumens on low, and the respective run times are 4 hours on high and 15 hours on low. Those ratings are based off of ANSI-FL1 ratings with Energizer Max batteries. Moving on to the design, first and foremost, it did not come with a paracord. This was a DIY initiative to prevent it from rolling off by itself. Now, on the front, you get 3 LEDs, one that's diffused and 2 on the bottom that's not diffused. It also has a strike bezel that's pretty sharp actually, and some heatsink looking like cooling fins. I believe that would be for cooling. And as a whole, it is IPX7 rated, which means you can submerge it in water for up to 1 meter for about 30 minutes. And it's impact resistant for also up to 1 meter. So this is basically aircraft grade aluminum, which is clad in some form of anodized black paint, I would assume. And as you can see, it's taken some beating here and there. It's just normal use, so it's definitely been used. And as you move down to the bottom, you get a tail switch. This torchlight takes 6 AA batteries. This is the O-ring, and this is the contact point. It's got quite a satisfying click. The torchlight has 3 modes. It does not have memory, so it always comes on high, which is at 1000 lumens, and then the second mode would be low at 250 lumens. And the third mode would be strobe for emergency purposes. So let's have a look at the kind of output, but I should say that we are not using Energizer Maxes. I have on hand just basic heavy duty batteries, which are not known to be the best for torchlights, which are high drain, but hey, these are what I have right now, so let's get on with it. We are now in quite a dark corridor, so let's start off with the first mode, which is default, maximum at 1000 lumens. The color temperature is neutral white, which is not that clear on camera here because I think the sensor's picking up slightly whiter. I should also mention that it's not going to run on 1000 lumens or max all the time because it has to cool down, and somehow the brightness will get reduced as time goes on. Unfortunately, we do not have the data sheet to have a look at that. And moving on to the second mode, this is 250 lumens at low. And before I move on to the third mode, this is warning for those who might suffer from episodes of epilepsy. This may trigger that because we're about to move on to strobe mode. So be warned. Pressing on the button for 2 seconds, it triggers the emergency strobe mode. And because the torchlight actually has a flat surface on the bottom at the tail cap, it actually works quite well as a makeshift candle of sorts if you need it to in events of an emergency or a blackout, and it works quite well. I would say I'm quite impressed with the overall build quality, and that's quite a bit coming from Energizer, because I've had not so good torchlights in the past from them, which had their own issues. And I think I might have forgot to mention that the beam is rated up to 200 meters, if I'm not mistaken, on high, of course. Here's some extra shots outdoor. This is on high, 1000 lumens. Low at 250 lumens. I'm not gonna show strobe here, just in case. High. You can see that it illuminates the trees. So that's about it, folks.